Diane from Teach Pre-K, and this is my list of labels and things to make for my classroom. And as you can see, I have a lot of my stuff checked off, and I still have 2 weeks before school starts. So I'm feeling pretty good while I'm here at home. Want to see what it looks like, the things I need to do in my classroom? Okay, look at all that pink. Crossed it off with my highlighter. So today I'm going to go to my classroom, but I wanted to show you something that I did that was on my things to do at home for school. And I don't know if you guys can do this, if you have the capabilities, but we have a shared Google Calendar with our faculty and everything. So what I did was I tried to print the calendar, and you guys, I couldn't figure it out. My husband couldn't figure it out. So I screenshotted every month, opened up a PowerPoint, put the screenshots on as pictures, expanded them, and printed out the school calendar. I printed 2 copies. I have one for home and one that I will take with me to school as I do planning and things like that. So this has like our days off, everything that's going on in school, all of our breaks, contract days, parent-teacher conferences. The one thing it doesn't have this year so far is just when individual pictures and class pictures are. So it's pretty complete. I mean, those are things I can add later. So then I take my personal planning calendar and I started putting all the things in. Contract week, meet the teacher, first day of school, back to school night. So August is set. All of our break days are in green. So, I mean, I've got everything, you guys. Fall break in October, Halloween party and parade. Thanksgiving feast, Thanksgiving break in November. Christmas program, Christmas party, break begins, and you guys, it's a good one. It is like a good 2.5 weeks. I'm so excited. Martin Luther King Day, grandparents brunch, parent-teacher conferences, Valentine's Day party, no school for President's Day. March is always terrible. You guys, there are no days off and nothing fun happening. Easter egg hunt, spring break, and last day of school, Memorial Day, and 2 contract days after that I'll actually be here for because I won't have a daughter getting married. First time in 2 years, so yay. What I like about my planning calendar is I do make 2 copies of this too. This is editable to me. I also have it available to you guys. I think I have it on my Teach Pre-K website. But I have for every month special projects and science experiments, just so I know like what supplies I need. If there's anything that we do, like during construction week, we'll do like a little city and things like that, make buildings. But I have the theme we're doing for the week, what I do for dramatic play, what I do for the block table, what I do for the sensory, and what my letter of the week is. And before anybody goes crazy about letter of the week, I do letter of the week. But I focus on one letter. I have one activity during circle time each day for that letter, and I have one center activity that week. Otherwise, I am teaching the alphabet holistically. For my 3-year-olds, I start with the first letters of their name, and then slowly we start adding in our letters of the week. So they are expanding the letters that they're learning, and we're beginning with the ones that have meaning to them, which is the first letter of their name. I've explained this in other videos, but I like to do this because when I sit down with the other teachers, we go through and we decide what theme is going to be for each week. Sometimes we do themes on the same week. Sometimes we'll flip them because we know we don't have enough dramatic play supplies, or, you know, we might want to use farms or doll houses or something for the block area. and we just don't have enough for both classes. So we fill all this out after we decide our themes. I wanted to add a pond theme. This year I created a little pond resource that I'll have up in my Teachers Pay Teacher store in a little while. But, because I might want to get a little frog or a little tadpole kit or something fun like that. The kids always love living things and watching like the butterflies. So I thought tadpoles would be really cool because that's another life cycle. And both the pre-K class and the preschool 3-4s will really like that. But I will bring this one to school and I will just mark it up like crazy because we will be like, oh, let's do this, let her know. And we change our minds. We move things around. We look at what's going on in school that week and we make sure we're not overtaxed and that our year makes sense. But we plan every single theme for the whole year that first contract week of school. So there's 2 of us teachers that teach the 3-4s in the morning, and then that same teacher besides me teaches also pre-K like I used to, but now wonderful Kara will teach pre-K in my classroom. So the 3 of us will work on this together and we'll come to a consensus of what we do. We model it after the previous year, but some things have been switched around and dates for things have changed, so we just have to make it make sense. Then I will bring this home. I fill in all this stuff and I make a copy on my computer and I put who has snacks for that week and everything. So this is all ready for me to do my lesson planning by. So when I go and pull up the lesson plan for, let's say, October, I'm going to know, okay, I've got a short week this week, so I'm going to, do something like maybe community helpers that week because they'll only go crazy 3 days instead of 5. But, yeah. So this is like the nucleus of my year. I mean, this is what I reference constantly. And I have it up on my computer for when I need it. And I also have a hard copy. I will print out my typed hard copy. This one will go in the trash after it's all marked up. And then I'll keep one at school and one here so that I'm always like, oh no, what was I going to do for block table that week? It's going to be there. And I made a deal with my sweet teacher I'm sharing my room with that on Thursdays when I'm done, I am going to get all the dramatic play stuff, all the block center stuff, all the sensory bin stuff that she needs to change on Friday, the next day. I'm going to have it all together for her in a spot that we select in our storage room so that she's just going to go right there, put it all out, and go home. So I think that's going to be great because then not one person is in charge of everything. I think that's going to be really great. And you guys, if I have this filled out, it's a no-brainer. I keep this in my storage room. So I just look at it and go, oh yeah, I decided that I wanted to do apple orchard for our apple theme. And I get all the apple stuff ready, all the apple coloring sheets for the writing center. I'll get the apple lesson plan bin out. Just everything will be ready for both of us. So we are ready to go. I might even go as far as to bag my things that I know I want to use for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And it's going to be a little bit similar to what she's going to learn. She's going to do things that are a little leveled up. So the activities that I do that can be leveled up, she will be using. And anything that she's doing that can be leveled down, I will be using too. And I'm so excited because she's going to come in with some fresh ideas and I'll get to piggyback on that and I'll get some inspiration because, when you've taught in the same classroom for as long as I have, whoa, it's you get kind of stale. And that's why I'm always saying in these videos, please tell me your ideas. Oh, there is one other thing. I'm actually leaving for my classroom, in about 5 minutes. I'm going to load up my car and get out of here and get it to a workable, please, kind of just a workable area, so that when this cute teacher that I'm sharing my room comes in, she's not dealing with my mess that I've had for the past 15 years. So hold on one sec. I'm going to go off camera for a sec. One thing I did when I was in my classroom on Saturday is I really organized my theme bins. So I made sure every theme except for maybe some of the smaller themes like Lunar New Year, Groundhog Day, Martin Luther King Day, they have shared bins. All my other themes, I have so much stuff that they all needed their own bin. I had been sharing bins and they were all popping open. I've cleared off shelf space because I put all my dramatic play stuff in crates. So I've got labels for those I need to take care of. But I made new bin labels and I'm so excited to put them on. I can't wait. So I got back to school, About Me, Five Senses, Family and Friends, Community Helpers, Apples, Fairy Tales, and I just put Nursery because nursery rhymes. I didn't want to change my font size. African Animals, Spring, look at this cute tree. Rainforest Animals, Dinosaurs, Farm, and yes, we do all these themes. Pumpkins, Forest Animals, Fall, Weather and Seasons, Halloween, Thanksgiving, Pets, Christmas, Polar Animals, Gingerbread, Holy Moly, Winter, Colors, Bugs, Butterflies, Easter, Mother's Day, End of the Year, Ocean, Groundhog and St. Pat's. I put these on one because I didn't want to make two labels. Things that go, Lunar New Year, Space, Valentine's Day, Construction, and Shapes. Like Shapes and Colors, I kind of just have a bunch of fun activities and I stick them in whenever I want. I do a lot of color stuff the first 2 weeks of the year. So it's not like all back to school activities and stuff like that, because I have some fun science experiments and things I like to do for those. But these help with planning. My calendars help with planning. And you might say, that's a lot of themes to go through and that's a lot of changing things up. I have tried curriculums where I have to stay on the same theme for 2 to 3 weeks, and it just does not work well. And I don't know if you're doing a curriculum that, does this, but you think it works great. I do not. I have just found my kids get bored and they want things to be different and they want to do new things almost on a weekly basis. Christmas stays up for 2 weeks, usually. Let's see, what else? Dinosaurs, Space, and I think that's about all that I do for 2 weeks. Mostly because I have enough books, I have enough materials, I have enough activities, and historically, those are the themes that the kids really, really get into and can handle doing for 2 weeks. Other than that, I just have found that they get bored. And I'm very lucky. I have a lot of freedom in the themes that I choose and the activities that I do and how long I do my themes. I feel really, really fortunate. I had a principal that was just like, you know what? If this isn't working for you, you do what makes this work. Use the curriculum as an outline and bring in what you want. And she is the one that would observe me every single day. And she watched our program evolve and really turn into something that was more kid-centric, more dynamic, and more learning through play and not as much repetition. Repetition is important, but you can do repetition. Now, this is going to be really weird for me to say, in a way that it won't seem repetitive to the children. Does that make sense? Like it's exciting enough, and there are enough little changes in things, and there is enough changes in the activities and concepts and stuff that are being taught, that even though we are repeating a lot, it doesn't feel that way to them, and it doesn't feel that way to me, because I don't want to get bored teaching. I love teaching, and if I'm, building on past knowledge and bringing new stuff in, yes, I'm going to repeat stuff because I want concepts to solidify, but I can do it in a way that seems new, and it's more fun for everybody, and it energizes me as a teacher. So that is how I plan my year and how I do my curriculum themes. And yes, I do plan the entire year that first contract week, and it is the best thing that you can do for yourself because there are no surprises. You know what's coming up, and you can always be prepared. Okay, that's it for today. I hope to do some filming of my linear calendar, the things that I made for my classroom this year, a little bit of classroom organization and setup, and stuff like that today as well. So more is coming, and hopefully more will keep coming. But thanks so much. See you next time.